Good morning. Oh my god. I look so pale. Well, I just woke up. So excuse me. I just wanted to make a video because I didn't make a video on 4th of July or yesterday, so that's 2 days without a video, and like some shit has happened, so I just wanted to give you an update on my last video. So on 4th of July, I laid in bed until, God, I don't know, 4 p.m. I was so tired because I didn't get home. I didn't fall asleep till after I made that YouTube video at like 4 o'clock in the morning. But I'm like laying in bed, I'm on my stomach, and I feel almost like seasick. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm gonna throw up? And then I like look at like my nightstand and the lamp is going crazy. All my shoes in my shoe rack are shifting back and forth. Those curtain lights are like going insane because we got hit with an earthquake. And I've been in California for 2 years, and anytime someone ever posted about, oh, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel this? Did you feel that? I never felt it. That was like my first real one on 4th of July, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I called Gabby, I FaceTimed Gabby, I was like, Gabby, it's the end. And she's like, hide under something. I'm like, where's there to hide? Like, I have nowhere to hide. If I go in my closet, everything would probably fucking fall on my head. I'd get a concussion or pass the fuck out. So I just started like researching what you're supposed to do during an earthquake, and it's just like drop, hold, and cover. So basically all I would have to do is drop to the floor and cover my head so my neck doesn't break, I guess. My apartment's like weird, and I don't know if it's better to be in a high rise or a low rise, and I live in a low rise apartment. But anyways, I get out of bed after that because I'm shook. And then Winter's like, oh, meet me at this party. It was the Games party. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I can meet you there. And it was all the way in Sherman Oaks. And I looked at Uber, Lyft, Pool, and regular. And it was all of them were like 55 and above. And I was like, I'll drive. I'm cool with not drinking today. So I drive. Then as soon as I get there, she told me she left. And I was like, well, I didn't come here for nothing. So I walk into the party by myself. I go to the bar. They have like no liquor left. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I need a drink. Guys, I can have one drink while I'm driving. I don't get shit-faced like that. It takes me a while. I think it's because I'm Irish. So then I go to like the food, where they had the food out, because I'm like, okay, if I can't drink, I'm at least gonna eat at this party. And the only thing they had left was potato salad and wings, and the wings were so good. I literally made a plate and just left the party. It was like walking back to my car, and as people were like walking to the party, they're like, damn girl, you hungry? I'm like, yeah, I was. And so anyways, after that I met her at another place where I just basically did the same thing. I had a drink, ate a hamburger, and then we left. And then I got home and I was kind of wide awake because I wasn't like tipsy or drunk or anything. So I decided to go back to my quote-unquote crush was having a 4th of July party, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking go. So I get in a Lyft because it's close to my house, and I go to the party. I'm chilling there, whatever. I'm sober because I have this weird thing now where I won't drink out of liquor bottles that have already been opened unless I saw it open or I opened it myself, because I don't know what motherfuckers are doing these days. Like, I don't know how crazy people are. Like, I don't know if somebody's gonna put like Molly or ecstasy or K or whatever drugs are on the street in a bottle of Casamigos. So I'd rather just stay sober. So I didn't have a single drink there. Then his cousin came home and like gave me his shirt because he lives there too. He's like, can you just watch this for me really quick? I said, yeah, I got you. But then it turned around like 10 o'clock and like I wasn't feeling the vibe. I was starting to get tired and I was like, I want to leave. So I went up to my crush, who, mind you, walked by me 1,000 times without like acknowledging my presence, but he knew my presence was there. And I was like, hey, listen, I have your cousin's shirt. Can you give it to him? He's like, you can. I'm like, okay, well, where do I bring it? He's like, his room is down the hall to the right. I'm like, okay, so I go to his room, and I need to charge my phone anyway, so he's in there. I'm like, can I charge my phone for a little bit? He said, yeah. And he had 3 girls in there. They were all like Kim Kardashian type looking females, pretty friendly. And we're all talking, blah, 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 blah. His cousin leaves the room, and he like doesn't come back for a minute. And we're like, what happened to him? He ended up getting arrested. So I'm like, oh shit. So the cops show up, the party gets shut down, and me and the girls leave his cousin's room, and we're standing in the hallway, and we were about to walk down the hill to call an Uber. Well, my camera just fucking died, so I don't remember where I left off. But I think I left off at the part where we were all like waiting. Me and those 3 girls were all waiting to get an Uber to go home, and an Uber to get to my crib was 30 bucks. Normally, it only cost me like 10 bucks to get there, but because I think everyone was calling an Uber at the same exact time, it was just expensive. So, anyways, my crush, he's not really my crush anymore, but because I've narrated this entire story calling him my crush, I'm just going to continue to call him my crush. So he walks over and he looks at them and he goes, where are you guys going? And then he looks at me and he goes, are they close to you? I said, yeah, relatively, a couple streets away. He goes, how about I just bring you guys home? You don't have to call an Uber. And I'm like, does that include me too, or am I not allowed in your car? Like, made some sideline comment. He goes, no, I'll bring you home too. And I was like, okay. So we wait for like people to leave so he can get down the driveway, then we get in his car. And he's like talking to them about how he just got out of a relationship and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to put his personal business out there because it has nothing to do with me and it's not my story to share. But he's relatively new to being single, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he was like asking them, like he was saying that Middle Eastern girls are his type and girls that have booty and that can cook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, I'm not Middle Eastern, but I basically fit all those categories, but fine, whatever. I'm over it. So he was like talking about how he's back on the dating apps, and I'm like, yeah, I just got Hinge. I'm like doing experimental dating, and I was like, I like to give advice on dating. And he made a comment, he goes, you would be the last person I've ever listened to for advice. And I finally said, you know what, dude, I don't even know you. Like, we've literally maybe had 4 conversations the entire time we've known each other in the past 2 years, or a year and a half, however long I've known you. But you don't know me. Like, you're judging me off what? Because one night I tried to hook up with you? Like, come on. Come on. Give me some credit here. So whatever, he's like, I kind of like dead the subject because I really don't want to beat a dead horse. I hate that saying because it's like, first of all, whoever wants to picture a horse dead, and second of all, who would beat a dead horse anyway? There's actually serial killers out there that would probably do that, but besides the point. So he's just like chatting up with them. I'm like really quiet in the backseat. I'm not really engaging in the conversation. I'm just like, whatever, you get your flirt on, boo. Whatever makes you feel good. And then he's like, are you guys hungry? Do you want to eat? And I was like, oh, thank God. I was really hoping you'd ask that. Because, bitch, I was starving. And they were like, yeah, we're hungry too. So he takes us to this little Mexican joint and he pays for all of us, like every single one of us, which was really nice of him. Surprisingly, he wasn't being awful that night. It's probably because I called him an asshole 5 million times the night before. So we're all just sitting down chit-chatting and they recognized me. The girls that we were out to eat finally brought up the fact that they knew me from Bad Girls Club, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. And they're like asking me what I'm doing now, and I'm just like explaining about my podcast, how I wrote a movie, blah 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 blah, just like trying to figure it out. And he's like engaging in the conversation like we're just like 2 regular friends finally that aren't arguing or beefing with each other. So he like goes outside because the Mexican restaurant is like outside and they don't have like heating lamps. So he goes, he gets his hoodies, we're all just having a conversation, blah 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 blah. And then we eat, we're done eating, now we get into his car, and they live like past my street but close in. Like if it was during the day, it would be like I could probably walk home if I really wanted to. Would I want to? No, but they're close enough for me to like walk home. So he could have dropped me off first because my house was like on the way, but he dropped them off first and he like exchanged numbers with one of the girls. And I was like, wow, lucky them. Like, they get your number, I don't. That's cool. But I didn't say anything. I was just thinking that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, whatever. So then I'm like, I'll just stay in the back seat, make you feel like an Uber. So I don't get in the front seat. And then I'm like, all right, so can we let this go? Because even when we were with those 3 girls, they were like, why do you guys have so much tension? And he was like, do you want to tell them or should I tell them? I go, what do you want to tell them? Like, I don't even know why we have so much tension. And he was like, yeah, she tried to rape me one night. I'm like, here we go with this fucking story again. And I was like, listen, ladies, I tried to suck his dick one time. One time! Okay? I had a little bit too much Casamigos mixed with a little bit of wine from Catch LA. The blood was flowing, and so were the vagina juices. Can you blame a girl? I was like trying to make it a joke, you know? So when it was just me and him in the car, I go, can we finally let this go? Like, no one would even know this should happen between us if you didn't tell everybody. Because I ain't telling nobody. I'm just defending myself at this point. He goes, yeah, I mean, I know you're trying to be cool. Like, you're a really nice chick. Or no, you're a very nice girl, I can tell. I go, yeah, I know. I am. He goes, I was just, yesterday I could tell that you were trying to be cool and be friends with me. But I was still mad at you. Okay, my camera died again. I'm like, die on me one more fucking time. I need to go by the pool. My face needs some color. It's so weird, like when I tan, not that I'm tan right now, but my whole body will get like wicked, like milk chocolatey, macchiato looking, and then my face will just stay pale. I'm like, okay, that's weird, considering my face is melting in the sun right now. Besides the point, so I'm like, can we please let this go? He goes, yeah, we can be cool as friends. I go, I always just wanted to be friends. I wasn't trying to date you. I didn't get down on one knee and ask to marry you. I did get down on my knees and like ask to suck your dick. Mind you, you whipped your dick out. And then I was like, no, not tonight. Maybe that's what it was. Like the fact that I acted like I was down and then I ended up not being down. Maybe that's what he was upset about. But like, let's let it go. So anyways, I just wanted to say, I know a lot of you in the comments before, like, he's an asshole, he's this and that. I was actually watching him as I was sober talk to these females and, you know, like, have a conversation. I think he's just misjudged, and I think he has a little bit of, I wouldn't even call it an ego problem, but I don't think he's used to a woman like me that's like, you, me, let's do this. I think he's used to being the pursuer or the aggressor, and he just is a little taken back by my personality, as most men are. Like I said to all of you, I'm probably going to be single until I find someone who can like match up to my level of, I wouldn't call it crazy, but my level of crazy. But I was watching him as he was talking to these girls, and I feel like him being an ass is maybe just like a safeguard because he actually isn't an ass. He's actually really nice, and I don't know why he's that way with me. I don't know if I freak him out or I scare him or whatever have you, but I just wanted to do this video because everyone in the comments was like, yo, keep me updated on this progression. And I'm like, okay, fine, like, I'll keep you guys updated, but my update is we're finally cool. Hopefully there will be, I didn't ask him for his number. Nope. I got right at, he dropped me home. I took off his hoodie that he gave me. I thanked him for the ride home. And normally I wouldn't have left the car until he gave me his number. I gave him his, but at this point it's like, I'm not gonna beat that one to death either. If you want to contact me, you know how to contact me. It's pretty easy. But we're cool. Like, we agreed to be cool as quote-unquote friends, whatever that means. And hopefully no one will hear about that night in my apartment ever again unless they watch my story time. So anyways, I know a lot of you were like, oh, he's an ass, there's red flags there. I think he just is different. I know a lot of assholes. I've met a lot of assholes, and I don't think he's an ass. I feel like he doesn't know how to maybe talk to someone like me. And that's okay. I'm not everybody's glass of wine or shot of whiskey or cup of tea, whatever. But at least the update is that we're cool, we are friends, quote unquote. He's no longer my crush anymore, because like, what is there to crush on? Like, you saying no to me doesn't make my vagina tingle, to be honest with you. So we're cool though. Like, if he ever has a party, I'm not gonna feel weird going. If I ever see him out, like, I won't feel like he hates me still, because I don't think he ever hated me. I don't know what that whole situation was. Like, I don't even know what he was mad to begin with, but you know, all you gotta do is say sorry for whatever made you uncomfortable, but let's move on. So hopefully we've moved on. Hopefully next time I see him, everything is all good in the neighborhood. Yeah, that's an update. I'm about to go get my hair blow dried and maybe like get out of the house today, because I stayed home all day yesterday and I just feel like I don't really want to do that again today. But going out 2 nights in a row, 4th of July weekend, it really put me out. I was like, Lord, I don't know if I can do this. So anyways, guys, subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment on your opinion on my story, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram on XXO Danielle and Swallowit Podcast. Don't forget to catch up on Swallowit Podcast on Google Play, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to go to Amazon and buy my book, Don't Be That Bitch. My skin looks really clear this morning. Wow. Pixie Beauty, y'all. I'm telling y'all. It is life-changing because my skin be looking youthful. Anyways, I love y'all. Mwah.